Good morning, everyone, and welcome back to West Ham Reunited. I'm Andy. Hope everyone is keeping safe and well. I'm just here to give a little a little post-match, of yesterday's game, which took place at the King Power. It finished Leicester City 2, West Ham United 2. First of all, I'd like to go through the starting lineups for West Ham. Obviously, the big news was obviously. Kurt Zuma was originally scheduled to start the game, and obviously he didn't finish it. 1 second, sorry, I've just realised I had my green screen on. So Issa Diop come in, but the West Ham starting 11 was Lucas Fabianski, Aaron Creswell, Issa Diop, Craig Dawson, and Vladimir Coufal. The midfield two of Declan Rice and Thomas Soucek, with Pablo Fornals on the left, Manuel Lanzini in the hole, and Jared Bowen on the right, with Mikel Antonio up front. Let's have a look and see who's in the chat. Morning, Grant. Hope you're doing well, mate. And Gazza's in the building as well. Hope you're doing well, mate. Yeah, so I'm not going to lie. Obviously, I was at the King Power yesterday, and I saw obviously it's the Diop warming up with the subs, and then obviously I noticed Kurt Zuma disappearing, and obviously it's a Diop. So it, obviously being in the stadium, you didn't really sure, not really sure what happened there, to be perfectly honest. But obviously it's a Diop come in. I've sort of talk about the game, but obviously. We started off on a front foot. Obviously, we got that fantastic goal there from Jared Bowen, which was a great finish. And we don't know how much Issa Diop actually meant of that, but he did provide a great ball. And obviously, Jared Bowen still had a lot to do. Great first touch to get it away from the defenders, and great finish past Kasper Schmeichel. So as you were thinking there, really. It was very, very good. A very good finish and a great start to the game. Let's just see what else is a comment. I'm on a break at the minute, so yeah, the video will be nice and short, mate. Like I said, probably about 10-15 minutes. So yeah, that should be good. Let's see what Gazza's saying. We should have gone for that second goal after Bowen scored. You could hear the fans moaning with the back passes. Yeah, I'm going to move on to that, Gazza. Yeah, I understand what you're saying there, mate. Yeah, no, it was a. Yeah, in that first half, we could have easily got should have got a second, to be perfectly honest. Obviously, this is like the day after, so obviously I done my fan cam with West Ham Fan TV yesterday. So when your initial reaction, you just maybe it's an initial reaction, isn't it? So once you've had a few hours to digest on it, you sort of look at it. But a few of my opinions still haven't changed. In my opinion, I thought the fullbacks were. I'm not going to say dreadful. They've had an off game, but they've. This is not the first game where they've had an off game, and unfortunately for us, it happened in the same game again. Coufal, I don't know. Okay, Coufal in the first half wasn't too bad, and the same as Creswell until the penalty. So I'll say they wasn't like dreadful, but the fullbacks was where they were getting their most joy, and it was very frustrating to watch. To be honest, like you said, in the first half, Leicester really didn't create nothing until what minute did Tielemans score? I always forgot. I think it was literally right on half time, wasn't it? Yeah, 45th minute. Let's have a look here. What Gazza's saying. Yeah, we should have gone to that second. Well, you could hear the fans moaning. Yeah, I agree. Let's have a look here. Trippier out for 6 weeks. Yeah, Gazza, I just saw that, mate. Obviously, I still think it'll be a tough game next week, but it's definitely a big boost for us. Let's have a look. At the start of the season, the front foot we're clicking now, just Bowen doing it on its own. Yeah, we'll get onto that, mate. We'll get onto that. 1 second. Yeah, no, we will get onto that. But one thing I will say is Thomas Soucek. This has sort of split the fan base, in my opinion. I'm not going to say I don't know what he offers us no more, but he's a man at a very bad form at the minute. He's not. He's not offering us. You could say that Declan Rice is taking more of the advanced role, but to be honest, in my opinion, Thomas Soucek was more advanced forward than Declan Rice and still didn't offer us much. Mikel Antonio is the only striker at the club, isn't he? So we can sit here and say he's not on form, but you know he's going to play. For me, since he's got his contract, he hasn't been the same player. He hasn't been the same player, in my opinion. I don't know I don't know. In my opinion, he should be running. He should have been running in on the Lions. On the defender, definitely Sian, not got the pace whatsoever. Should have been on the shoulder and going in behind, but he spent a lot of time out wide and not really offering us much. But obviously, we're going to move on now to the penalty incident. Yeah, the way Creswell was reacting, obviously I was in the stadium, so the ball was getting whipped in same side as us, so we didn't see it. And yeah, it's a frustrating thing. Obviously, I don't know whether he was pointing because of the rain, where he's gone like that. But you should, in the penalty box, you should never risk having your arm up in the air. Obviously, Tinnerman set up right before half time, and to be honest, well, it was a good finish. But that was what they needed. I've been interested to see if we went in at 1-0 to see what the second half would have been like. Let's have a look at this. Gaza, they will, mate. They will, obviously. Well, I don't know how true it is, but I think Dean Henderson's just been arrested. I think for assaulting, but that will never get that won't get talked about either, will it, mate? That's the problem. That is the problem. Right, yeah. So moving on to the second half. I'm a huge fan of Harvey Barnes. I'm a huge fan of Harvey Barnes, and it is. He ripped Soufal to shreds yesterday, didn't he? He really did. He was outstanding. But to be honest, the whole midfield was just completely split up. It seemed to be two passes in, and it was there. Let's have a look and see some comment. Where are you in a police cell? Yeah, I got arrested, mate. Yeah, I'm in a police cell. No, I'm in the office. In the office. So yeah, and it's just me. It's just me. It's just me in the office today. Well, I say me in the office. This is my office, but I've got a spare desk. But yeah, no, good jokes, gents. Good jokes. We're lucky to come away with the point. Uh, uh, but yeah, no. What was I saying? Yeah, Harvey Barnes was just ripping Soufal to shreds, and it was very frustrating to see, to be perfectly honest. The one thing what did surprise me yesterday was the fact that Ben Johnson didn't come on for Ryan Fredericks. I know Ryan Fredericks has got a bit more pace. Is it starting to think maybe Johnson's got a little injury to see why he didn't come on? But I think moving on, obviously we're going to come back and talk about the other points. I think Ben Johnson may come in for the Newcastle game. To be perfectly honest, I think he will. Everyone else in the comments, let us know what you think as well. Will Ben Johnson come in next week against Newcastle? So obviously, in what minute was it? Let me just double check to confirm. Yeah, in the 57th minute, obviously Ricardo Pereira getting on the goal. Yet again, Vladimir Soufal getting exposed. Great ball in, and yeah, Creswell out muscled again. To be honest, it was a good header from Pereira, but in my opinion, that should have been stopped. Even a little nudge, even a little nudge, just to help really. Let's have a look here. I worry more about Wolves than I do Spurs. Yeah, no, Wolves are a good side, guys. Wolves are a good side. Obviously, they got the result yesterday, which we'll briefly talk about as well. Let's see what Andrew's saying. I think top four. Yeah, Andrew, I agree. But at the minute, I've sort of asked a few people, and that's a bit mixed. Let us know. Would you rather be in Tottenham's position, having the games in hand, or would you rather, like us at the minute, have the points on the board? Obviously, I know we've played a couple of games more, but also let us know in the chat. Do you think he kept Creswell on the bench in case? Uh, if he could have swapped Johnson after though, Grant, couldn't he? If it was to replace Creswell, he could have brought Fredericks on after that if he needed to, and then swapped him over. But no, good point there, mate. Uh, Obviously in the second half, we really we weren't at it, were we? Until the last probably 10 minutes when Moyes made the substitutions. Obviously, Saeed Benrahma and Nikola Vlasic come on. Um, I thought Vlasic and Benrahma was the difference when they come on. Maybe if they come on 10 minutes more, maybe we could have got the equaliser a bit more beforehand. Let us know as well what you think on that. But they made the difference. Benrahma, as soon as he got the ball driving at him, which, to be fair, Benrahma's not really done that much either. So maybe benching Benrahma for this game was a kick up the backside what he needed as well. Obviously, he's just come back from AFCON. Kidderminster was a bit of a tough game. Watford, we wasn't really at it. But I think making these one or two changes, not just the same team every week, could make the difference for us going forward, I think. Very impressed with the substitutions. They were the difference in my opinion. So moving on, everyone in the chat. Obviously, in the 90 plus 1 minute, we managed to get a corner. Fantastic work again to get it. And yet again, Jared Bowen with a fantastic ball in. Doesn't matter how it goes in, but big Craig Dawson got the goal. Got the goal. And yeah, very pleased with Craig Dawson as well. I thought both Issa Diop and Craig Dawson were outstanding yesterday. Issa Diop just knocks it for my man of the match. I thought the tackles, what he done, he was strong. Daka's no slouch, and he done very well to keep up with him. Maybe it was very good confidence going into if Zuma, excuse me, is not available. So yeah, no, definitely. Let's have a look here. A few more comments. Our fans were very loud. Yeah, Gazum. I got up there about 12:15 yesterday, so I was in the pub. The pub was even loud, and I'm surprised. Surprised. Normally Sky cut out a lot of the noise, don't they? What people say, but yeah, the West Ham fan, Leicester didn't really chip that like even until they scored the goal. But yeah, I don't really like going to the King Power, to be honest. Their fans are dreadful, in my opinion. They are. They've only got one song, obviously, Champions of England. You never win, but there were nothing. And then obviously get the equaliser, shut them fans up, which they deserve. To be honest, I don't really like going there, but pleased to obviously get the point. Games in hand and on present form. Yeah, no, exactly, Andrew. I agree. And Spurs, oh yeah, I would love City to put a few past them as well because our goal difference is pretty decent. So that could very help. Yeah, I agree, Grant. That's the old Diop. Socek looked burnt out. Yeah, he does, Gaza. Everyone else, do you think I'm being harsh on Thomas Socek? I've got a bit of stick for sickening him out, saying it's not his fault, it's David Moyes'. But I agree he's played a lot of football, but I just don't know. He's just not his. On Kidderminster, he made the difference by his presence in the box, but in the Premier League, he's not quite done it. He's not quite done it. Just dried out. Yeah, Ken. When we was doing the fan cams after, yeah, we were absolutely drenched and in the car. I hope your journey wasn't too bad, Ken. To be honest, I flew up there, mate, on in the morning. I think I'd done it from my house in just over 2 hours. But yeah, it was very horrible. Whenever we go to Birmingham, Ken, it just reminded me of Villa, the weather, to be honest. Yeah, you can stick the fucking clappers up your arse, yeah, 100%. What's them things they are? Yeah, no. Oh, it's dreadful. Really, really dreadful. Just a quick bit of the match stats. Obviously, Leicester had a bit more of the ball, 55% possession. West Ham, we had 3 shots on target, which is obviously the 2 goals and a Saeed Benrahma shot. Leicester had 13 shots, West Ham had 8. We had 603 touches of the ball and completed 433 passes. I thought a few challenges, obviously, Gaza and Grant, if you just let us know, because obviously we was in the ground. I thought what was I saying? I thought Michael Oliver had a bit of a poor game yesterday. A few tackles, what Leicester were doing. I don't know whether it's obviously I'm a bit further away. A few of them looked a bit naughty, and then obviously a few of the decisions from Michael Oliver was giving us cards straight away. But I'd like to know that. I'd like to know that, to be honest. If you could let us know on that. Let's have a look as well on. Let me just move back 1 second. Let's have a look at the tape. Let's have a look what you say. Let's have a look. Yeah, that's correct, Andrew. We are. So I'll let you know who the goals for. So both Man City and Liverpool scored 61 goals. Chelsea has scored 48, and West Ham United are in fourth with 44 goals. And we've got a plus 11 goal difference. Let's have a look here and see what. Yeah, we scored 44. Yeah, standard Michael Oliver for Coleman. He looked out of his depth. Oh, nice, Ken. That's not too bad for you, mate. Very impressed with that. Let's have a look here. Ashley, nice to speak to you, mate. From the Newcastle game, you have to play Johnson. Yeah, no, I agree. I think Soufal needs a rest. To be honest, even he's just passing. He just looked a bit off yesterday. But where would we be without Jarrod Bowen? Where would we be without Jarrod Bowen? I really don't. I'm just so pleased for him as well. He's just a great person off the pitch as well. Let me just confirm the stats just so I don't look stupid. So I will just confirm Jarrod Bowen's stats this season, which is he has played 35 games for the club. He has got 12 goals and 11 assists. What fantastic professional he is, and I think, in my opinion, he's only gonna get better and better. Right, what we're gonna do. Hate to repeat myself, but more progress. No, what we're going to do is just quickly go over the results from the weekend before I head off after my break. So, let's have a look here, shall we? Hang on, let me move me down there. You don't need to see big B. Right. So on Saturday, good result for us, which finished Manchester United 1, Southampton 1. Very good game of football. Brozier, I'm a huge fan of, but the problem is, would Chelsea want to let him go? They'll probably want something stupid like a buyback clause or something, but he would be a great addition for the team. A nice boring game which took place at the Brentford Community Stadium. Finished Brentford 0, Crystal Palace 0. Frank Lampard getting his first victory in the Premier League after the 3-1 defeat at Newcastle, with a 3-0 win at home to Leeds United. Brighton, who are not far behind us now, who would have think sitting 9th in the table, getting a 2-0 victory at Watford. And let's have a look here. And Norwich 0, Man City 4. Raheem Sterling, of course, getting another hat-trick. He's missed 4 out of his last 5 penalties, but he managed to get the rebound. And of course, we are going to move on to the games which took place yesterday. It finished Burnley 0, Liverpool 1. And it finished Newcastle 1, Aston Villa 0. Kieran Trippier, of course, getting the goal from the free kick, which took a slight deflection. And but yeah, very good performance for them. Obviously, Newcastle we've got next. Obviously, a few people in the chat have mentioned him. But Kieran Trippier is out for 6 weeks. Not saying it'll be it's going to be a tough game anyway next week. But with Kieran Trippier missing, we have more of a chance, in my opinion. And of course, our neighbours from North London, who got battered at home yesterday, 2 defeats in a row. Well, no, 1 point out of Southampton and Southampton and Wolves, and it finished Spurs nil, Wolves two, sorry, and of course it finished Leicester 2, West Ham United 2, and of course there's a couple of fixtures taking place this week. Let me just confirm, which is Tuesday, which is Manchester United hosting Brighton. So let's have a look here at the league table. So we are 1 point ahead of Manchester United after playing a game more. But as you can see there, we're still lying fourth in the Premier League. Played 25, won 12, drawing 5, and losing 8. And moving on to the bottom half of the table, there's Tottenham there in 8th on 36 points. They've played 5 games, 3 games less than us, but we are 5 points ahead of them. No easy game in the Premier League. And then moving down here, Burnley still lying bottom of the Premier League, playing 21 games on 14 points, followed by Watford and Norwich City, and of course Newcastle with a game in hand over Norwich, but with a 4-point lead. Yeah, as confirmed yesterday, earlier in the chat, I confirmed Issa Diop was my man of the match. Thought it was absolutely outstanding, and depending how long Zuma's out for, if Diop starts to play like that, we can have the faith. But yeah, in my opinion, Vladimir Soufal should come in for Ben Johnson for the next game, and maybe a couple of other changes, maybe Nikola Vlasic or Saeed Benrahma, just to come in to make the difference. I would like to thank everyone in the chat. It means a lot. Obviously, I've reached over 1,000 subscribers, and I won't be. I'm not just doing this for my benefit. I'm doing it for people like you in the chat. You're here supporting me week in, week out, and it does mean a lot. I will be back doing a show this week. It probably will be Thursday. Is another player appreciation, and that is Mr. Carlton Cole. So look out for that on Thursday evening. Hope everyone enjoys their day. It's a happy Monday. Obviously, we've got to respect the point. We would have loved 3. You love 3 points every game, but we can't have it all. Hope everyone enjoys the rest of their day and week. And until next time, come on, you irons. Take care, everyone.